home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. It was hardly an offensive masterpiece, but the Trojans put together a terrific comeback against the Bruins last year, trailing entering the fourth quarter, but able to come back and take home the victory bell.
Yeah, it was an offensive struggle last year, too. 4 field goals total in the first half. And USC trailing going into the fourth quarter, but quarterback Jaden Mayava did a really nice job late in the game with his decision-making and his accuracy. You got to know, if USC is going to win this one today, David, they've got to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah, they scored the last 10 points of the game. USC, I promise you, talking about the victory bell all offseason, UCLA was, we've got to finish. We've got to finish. We gave up the last 10 points. We gave up the lead. They took this from us. We got to go get it back.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. This time he's got his man. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Bruins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out fast. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
The offense didn't. Scores on a sneak.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held them so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality, and they pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he's going to put up Heisman numbers. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Thomas.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it through the air. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Thomas. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Play number 9 on this drive.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. That's caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and good. 1st and goal. And the Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, in this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Makes the grab on the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Got some room under the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Now, you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Got his man quickly. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few edges, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And the Bruins get it past the sticks.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Iamaleava. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Lemon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lane. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Power football with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Here comes the Heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. You UCLA will go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Bruins need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the air, it's Maiava. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the Trojans will move the sticks with the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Strachan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They're trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter. Their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air, reforced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a shot.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. On the move, it's Thomas. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 1st and 10. They're down to the 25. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Wood. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Touchdown, Bruins! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late. take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, UCLA. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal.
Back to pass on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Sanders.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hand.
And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back down.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They took it right down to the wire, final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you worked so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience is something today in the college football playoff that gets overlooked a lot, but it still means so much to these players. They worked so hard this offseason. You're right. It was a roller coaster of a season on the field, but they got the win here at the very end of the season to earn that trip.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.